Journey to Islam, from tradition to transformation. Assalamu Alaikum, welcome back to another episode of our podcast, Linda's Voices of Faith. Today we're reflecting on how people from strong Islamic background practice their faith and how others from lesser Islamic environment practice or find their way to Islam. This journey actually shows that Allah's guidance is unique, truly unique for every one of us. Firstly, let's talk about growing up in a strong Islamic background. For those raised in practicing Muslim households, they actually have a way or a path in front of them. It's like Islam is often woven into their daily lives, be it their prayer, the community or the surrounding that they're in, or be it Quran recitation. It's a gift, the early exposure that they get, truly a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But sometimes it comes with challenges. Sometimes Islam can rather feel like a routine rather than a deep connection. Struggle for sincerity and true understanding of the deen can be real because they've been doing it since a very young age. So sometimes they don't know why they're doing it, but they're just forced to do it because their parents are doing, everybody around them is doing. So it can be hard for them to connect and have that spiritual feeling towards the religion. If you were born in a strong Islamic family, ask yourself, am I practicing deen out of habit, or am I actively building a connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Now, for those who find Islam later in life, many reverts or late learners come to Islam after questioning the purpose of life or searching for truth. So for them, accepting Islam is not just a lifestyle change. The journey is often transformational. Their intentionality to submit themselves to Allah. They often dive deep into studying the Quran, the Sunnah, because they made a conscious decision or a choice to follow Islam. Unlike those who were born in Muslim families, their perspectives, their surroundings, everything is already fixated, so they just follow what was left behind for them. Unlike for these reverts or late comers to Islam, they have a fresh perspective because they create their own perspective through all these studies and understanding the religion by themselves. However, reverts face unique challenges like adjusting to new habits, leaving behind their old practices, and sometimes dealing with the lack of support from family can be really hard. And it is something that I often hear is that they have a tough time handling their parents. Like they want to wear the hijab, they want to wear the abaya, they want to walk modestly, but the family is not supportive. So it can be a really big challenging thing. Family support is something really, really, really important. But it's a reminder for us to be welcoming to those new Muslims. Because just imagine leaving everything you've known for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's immense strength and tawakkul that we all should have. Okay, now let's talk about the common ground. Whether we're born into Islam or we're finding it later, the essence of our journey is the same: Allah. The Quran reminds us, indeed, Allah will not change the condition of people until they change what is in themselves. It's not about where we're starting, it's about where we're heading. Our goal should always be how to get closer to Allah. If you ask me, I know most of you know my journey, how I was before Astaghfirullah, and Alhamdulillah, how truly I have had the guidance of Allah to change, to be a better person Islamically. To me, I believe a revert is not someone who is a non-Muslim and converts to Islam. No. To me, a revert is also somebody who was born a Muslim but wasn't a Muslim. Later realized that life in this dunya is nothing but a beautiful life, a very beautiful life, and turned her way back to Allah, to her Lord. So I always refer myself as a revert. I've had a very huge journey now. There is a way of telling people to correct themselves. So if you're my friend, I can just tell you casually, hey, what are you doing? This is wrong. Don't do that. This is what Allah said, so don't do that, Farah. Makes sense, no problem. With friends, you know how I'm gonna take it when my friend said that to me. I'm like, oh, astaghfirullah, I'm so sorry about it, and I will change it. Khalas. But if you're somebody who doesn't know me personally, if we're strangers, your way of approaching somebody should be different. It should be, Farah, you know, this is like this, so maybe you should recheck what this is, and think about it, have a time to reflect on your that action. I just think it is wrong, but see to yourself. This is how your approach should be. Everybody has their own journey. Just let people have their own journey. If you can support somebody in their journey, alhamdulillah, subhanallah, great, good for you. But if you cannot do so, if you want to criticize them, just don't go near them. Just let them have their own journey. Allah will guide them. At the end of the day, what I want to say to all of you watching this is that always be grateful for your journey. Whether you were born into Islam or you found it later, and consistency and sincerity matters more than anything. I know it's hard to stay consistent, but keep trying. Keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. Because Shaitan doesn't want you taking strides forward. But keep trying. And never ever judge someone's faith based on their background. Allah is the ultimate judge, not you or me. Our journey in Islam is valuable. So let's strive to keep learning and growing in our faith. If this reflection resonated with you, inshallah, share it with others. And thanks for watching. Assalamu Alaikum. Fi amanillah.